can't go around thinking of her 1,000 times when you think you see her face in the crowd. Now she's gone, no way of ever knowing. Don't cry for me, don't cry, is what she'd say. Don't cry for me, don't cry. No more shopping in the hall, only empty spaces. Brand new kitchens, black and white. I feel the house is dying, and I'm inside. Now she's gone, no way of ever knowing. Don't cry for me, don't cry, is what she'd say. Don't cry for me, don't Every time I think of you, I just break down. I miss you more than I ever could
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Tuesday. And I mean, this one really is flying by the seat of my pants because I didn't even set up the microphone. I just did it when Don't Cry was playing, and I've been editing the video that I'm going to be releasing on Friday, or at least hopefully releasing on Friday, about the Moises app, and been working hard with that video yesterday and today, probably a bit tomorrow as well. So I was editing that up until about 1:45 midnight. And then I realised that there were a lot of requests over on Patreon for Just Got Lucky by Dokken, and then I remembered in the last live stream I didn't have it uploaded to the software. So then I went to upload it, but then I realised that it was just an old mix of the cover that I did. So I quickly put together a video in Final Cut Pro 10 with a better mix of that particular cover. And hopefully, I mean, I've uploaded it to the software. This is why we were a couple of minutes late starting, but I'm just going to hope that everything works because I do not know if I've put everything in the right place. We will only know when we get there later on in this live stream. So, having said that, let me see if I can get some things up on screen. First of all, you guys in the live chat room to see if I did manage to set that up correctly. It looks like we are fine there. We've got Susan and Bob and Neil, Shawnee Key, Lisa, Anna, Bev, Tammy, Billy, Jeffrey, Jill, Charlie, Pamela, Bev, Rocker Girl, Dad, California, or CA, Selena as well. Hello guys, thank you for joining me on this Seat of Your Pants live stream on a Tuesday night. And by the way, I'm not sure if everyone else has got that expression, but that's what we say here in the UK when you're cutting things fine and you're not really prepared. And busking it is another common term that I use, a musical term, for just seeing how you get on and just pushing forward and hoping that everything goes fine. So we will see how things go tonight. We will keep everything organized, hopefully, fingers crossed, but I'll keep you guys in the loop about what's happening this week. Probably we are going to be just having the video on Friday night because it's going to take me so long to put together, because it is a kind of video that I don't really ever do on the channel. So it is going to be a standalone video for Friday night, and I don't want to spoil it for you guys before Friday night, so make sure that you are subscribed and you hit that notification bell so that you see when that video is released on Friday. And just to give you a rough idea, I was approached by a company that make this app that is just so good with what you can do with it. So I'm making a video on that app in collaboration with them, and it's probably going to be 25 to 30 minutes in length. I'm just finishing off the editing now, and it's going to be finished off tomorrow, and then the company are going to be doing all the subtitles for the video in various languages, so then that'll be probably finalized on Thursday, and then Friday it will be released on my channel. So yeah, it's going to be really busy. But I mean, once that video's out on Friday, then we've got the live stream on Saturday night, and then we're getting back to normal on Sunday, back into the analysis videos, back into my request list, because of course I've still got that, and I'll just work my way through those and see what is going to be the next one on Sunday. But look out for that video on Friday, because it is going to be a big one. Right, let me get the names of my patrons up on screen because they make this possible in the first place. I always say that they are the foundation of the channel and they are responsible for everything that I do. So a massive shout out to these guys and a huge thank you to them as well. You know who you are. I always say that their names do pop up in the PayPal window and the Super Chat window. So thank you guys for your support during the live streams as well. Mentioning those donation windows, you don't have to donate, but if you can't resist it, then you can donate through the Super Chat window, and the percentage split on YouTube is between 35 and 45% goes to YouTube through those Super Chat donations, and on PayPal is between 3 and 5%, and there's a PayPal link in the description below. But just watching the live streams is good enough for me, so thank you guys just for tuning in. But those links are there if you can't resist, if you want to support me and the channel, just so you know where the percentages go. I think that's really important for you guys to know where the donations go and what percentage actually get through to me and what percentage get through to the other companies of YouTube and PayPal. So let's now move into actually the likes goal for tonight, because it is set at 385 for tonight. I mean, that's a huge goal for a Tuesday. So it means that we are looking for every single thumbs up we can get as you guys come through the door at the beginning of this live stream. It would be great if you could leave a thumbs up, and by the end of the live stream, 385 is hopefully where we're going to get to. That's at least where we're aiming to get to, but it is a huge target. It's always a little bit more challenging on a Tuesday night because it's a work day. People have to get up for work in the morning tomorrow, but also just getting things organized. I think it tends to be the case that on Saturdays people can relax a little bit more. I've got a little bit more time, might be on YouTube just checking out some live streams, but Tuesday night, yeah, you might have got in from work and you just want to relax a little bit, I mean, it's a great place to relax and join the great community over in that live chat room. By the way, let me give a quick shout out to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. There's a great community over there now. There are literally hundreds and hundreds of people over there. And I think maybe only a couple of hundred more before getting to 1,000. But just a great community. That's where a lot of these people hang out between the live streams. So check that out. If you are a Facebook user, just type in Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook in that search bar. And you can join in with that group. And that's where Vince hosts the after party after these live streams on a Saturday and a Tuesday night. So check those out. Or morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is where you guys are, wherever that may be, because we do go worldwide with these live streams, and I mean just with the videos on the whole. Every video that gets released, we get different viewers from all over the place, which is great. And one of those was and is Steve Stevens over in the USA. You might have seen the last video that I released, the part 3 of basically Steve Stevens week that we had last week. Even though technically Sunday was the first day of this week, we had that premiere that I mean, with the premieres, it's great because I was in the live chat room with you guys, but I think a lot of the time, especially when you're just picking the brains of a guy like Steve, it's, you know, so easy just watch the video and not necessarily type too much. But yeah, I was there. I don't do many of those premiere videos, but it was interesting just to do it a slightly different way. And thank you guys, by the way, those of you that did join me live and was in the live chat room with me. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it when you watched it later on catch up, because it is still on there on the channel. So there is now part 1, part 2 and part 3 of that Steve Stevens discussion, which was, you know, great to do with Steve. So a huge thank you to him for joining me on the channel. Right, now something that I do want to address is at the end of the last live stream, I did receive a donation that came through just as the live stream was finishing. So it just ceased to be live and then the donation came through. So I just want to mention that Jacqueline donated £15 and 52 pence. So thank you for that. I did write a message in the live chat room right at the end of the live stream to let Jacqueline know that I would just reference it at the beginning of this live stream, but I do like to just reference every single donation that does come through, whether it be on a live stream or just between live streams. So thank you, Jacqueline, for that. And the message was donation. So thank you for that donation, Jacqueline. And William donated £15 and 52 pence. So thank you for that, William. And that was on Sunday morning, very early Sunday morning. So again, after the live stream had finished, but thank you for that, William. I'm just going to scroll up because Priscilla donated £8 and 62 pence as well. Thank you for that, Priscilla. And this was 4:42 in the morning. Again, this is Sunday morning, so thank you for that. And Camilla donated £28 and 51 pence. So thank you for that, Camilla. And that was early this morning, Tuesday morning, 41 minutes past 7. So bright and early donation there from Camilla. So thank you for that one. And I think I was going to say we might be getting more up to date now, but this donation of £10 came through from Tammy at 57 minutes past 7 this morning. So another literal early bird for here in the UK. It's probably a different time over in the USA. Well, it's got to be. But thank you for that, Tammy. And the message was, hi Phil, is there a song that best represents you or your attitude about life? So thank you for that, Tammy. And I think if there was one song, I'm going to choose one of my own songs. Probably it would be Art Not Commerce, just because in the music industry, there's a point at which people get to, and it seems to be some people go down that avenue of commerce, of not really worrying about the music they're making, just making any old music, anything that they can think of, releasing it, and then just trying to get as much money as possible from that. And you've got other artists who don't necessarily rush out their music. They will take as long as it takes to get their art form out there and their art out there, but going through the art form of creating music, composing, and they'll just take their time about it, and whatever is released, but at least they are happy with what they have created. So yeah, it's that dual approach to music. It tends to be the case that record labels are the ones that are going to be obviously focusing on the money, because they're trying to maximize profits, because it is an industry after all. But I'm very much into just treating it as an art form and really putting out music that you are proud of, not just putting out songs because you know that there might be a fan base there that are going to buy anything you put out. It's just putting out something that is artistically credible. So, I mean, yeah, there are probably loads of songs that I can think of, or it would take me a bit of time to think of it. I wouldn't do it on necessarily in a live stream because, yeah, these live streams just fly by anyway. But certainly with one of my own songs, I would say that that's something that I do take quite seriously, and something that I relate strongly to, especially being an independent musician myself. It's not something that I'm going to start, making loads and loads of songs that I'm not necessarily proud of or that into, because I could write lots of songs that could take me, 5 minutes, but that's not really how I roll. I'd want to make songs that I am proud of, that I've spent some time on, and that I am happy with, because I'm sure a lot of musicians can relate to this. When you are writing a song, you might have a riff, an idea that you record, you might get down a melody vocally, and then the next day you'll listen to it and you might still think it's quite good, but then about a week afterwards you listen back to it and you think, no, that wasn't as good as I thought it was at the time. So it's having that level and that appreciation of the level that you've got to be happy with it yourself. I can't imagine releasing a CD or any song that you listen to and you think, I'm not happy with that performance, or I don't like the solo I played, or that melody was a little bit weak and I should have done this and I should have done that, because that song's now being released and it's out there forever, and you're potentially going to have to just deal with hearing it all the time with all these little mistakes and things that you don't like about the song in there. So that's something that I didn't want to have, certainly with my album. I wanted to make sure that it sounded how I wanted it to sound. And this is why I released the album to begin with in a totally different form, where I would say it sounded more like a demo, but it was still released on iTunes. People could buy it. But then I did a total remix of the album, went all the way back to scratch, just exactly like it says, remixing every part of it. I even replayed parts of the album in order to get it to sound how I wanted to, in terms of sounding more professional, like I'd actually recorded it in the studio, which technically was true, but it was my home studio, so I was doing everything myself. I wanted it to sound like it had come out of a studio, and for people not really to question the sound, to think, this is obviously just one guy who's done it all himself with one microphone. That's not the kind of sound that I wanted people to listen to it and think, the songs are good, but the production is weak. That's not something that I wanted. So that's why I did a remix of the whole album, and then it is what it is now. And I'm not going to revisit it again, but I'm sure that it's one of those things you could remix ad infinitum, potentially, because you're never 100% happy with everything. But anyway, thank you for that, Tammy. And I'm just going to scroll up because Steve has donated £5 as well. Thank you for that, Steve. And the message is, let me just scroll down so we can see this message. What were your 2 or 3 most surprising, important takeaways from your Steve Stevens conversation? So thank you for that, Steve. I'll just scroll up. So, yeah, I think with this, just off the top of my head, I mean, the first thing really is that Steve joined me on the channel in the first place, and that's something that was most surprising to me. But he did say, I mean, I started talking to him last year, and he said, oh, yeah, I'll definitely get on the channel. And I think we were talking about doing an episode of either In at the Deep End or Under the Spotlight. But we always had this idea of him just getting onto the channel in some way, shape or form. But it was just again, one of those organising schedules situations that we couldn't really get our schedules worked out. So yeah, we were trying to do that last year, never quite worked out. But then at the beginning of this year, and we said, Happy New Year to each other, all that kind of stuff. And then we said, oh yeah, we've got to organise something on the channel. So then it was, 6 months has taken us again to get to this point. So, I mean, it's great that he's on the channel. So I'd say that, just first of all. Second of all, I would say that Steve is such a humble guy and a guy that you can just chat to about playing guitar, and he's not going to talk to you like he's famous or any better than anybody else. He just approaches playing how he does, and he very much sees it as that. So it's great to talk to him on that kind of level when you're talking to somebody about playing guitar and your techniques. And we spoke for a while about our influences, and I mentioned about Winger, and he was a big fan of Winger as well, is a big fan of Winger. So we spoke about Kip, and I then mentioned about Red Beach and some of the techniques that I'd taken on from him, because it was when we were talking about taking techniques and taking different lines from guitarists but being influenced by them, but just adding it to what you do and then just putting your expression, your own technique through that. And yeah, I was talking to him about Red Beach's technique and how I'd listened to it, and then I'd worked it out a different way to the way that Reb actually did it. When I saw him play live, I realized that I was doing it a different way. But that's the great thing about working things out yourself, is that you can come to the same end point but going through a totally different journey. So that destination you end up at is where you want it to be, but you've made your own journey there. You're doing it a different way. I was using different fingers than Reb uses when he plays. So yeah, we're chatting about that, but all of these kinds of things you can chat to him on the same level, because he's just a guitarist, and because he's such a nice guy and so humble, it means that he's just one of us guitar players. So it's great to be able to talk to him at that level. But that's just very much his personality and just him being a really nice guy. So yeah, that was great as well. I'd say I think that's kind of a couple of things that I've mentioned. But finally, I would also say about building your vocabulary on the guitar. I mean, Steve said that, I think he referred to it as having an address book. So you've got all of these lines, all of these licks that you can build up. That's part of your, toolbox that you can go to. I know that we mentioned about having a toolbox, and we very much referenced that with techniques and different lines that you can play, but just building up a repertoire of lines that you can make subconscious, that you can play, that gives you time to think consciously. So you're playing the lines subconsciously, so anything that you're playing on the fretboard is subconscious while you're thinking about where you're going to go next. And that's something that I think every guitarist has, but Steve really highlighted the importance of having lots and lots and lots of those particular lines, because I'm one of those players that I tend to just play what I'm singing in my head at that time, and I haven't really built up hundreds of lines that I play subconsciously, because I like to play consciously quite a lot. But having spoken to Steve, I think it's maybe something that I could work on a little bit more, just in case I needed them, to have lots of lines that I've heard from other guitar players that I can just inject into a particular jam or a solo that I'm playing, while I'm then consciously thinking about somewhere else to take the solo. So yeah, that's another thing, just in general, building your vocabulary on the guitar, on that fretboard, so that it gives you time to think when you're playing. And you might be jamming for a very long time. So in order to keep things interesting the whole time, then you have to make sure that you can think consciously, because eventually you're going to run out of lines. And yeah, this vocabulary that you've built up, you're going to run out of those. So make sure that you can think consciously. This is where it's important to just dot those in every now and again to give you time to think. But anyway, let me get the likeometer up on screen as well, because I haven't even done that yet. And it's like midnight already. So it is at 227 likes so far. So thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up. Maybe we can get a little spike of the likes at, what is the time? I just said it, midnight. So it's probably on your screens. I think it's on the top left of your screens, whereas I have to look around to try and find it on my screen. And it's usually in the top right, which it still is, which is good. So let's just quickly get back into that PayPal window. But thank you for that, Steve. And I'm just going to get into that PayPal window, because we have had one more that's come through from Richard for £3. So thank you for that, Richard. And the message is, contributions may not be necessary, but they are definitely satisfying. After all, where else can we find content with so much hair? Like your interview with Steve, plus your Rory hair t-shirt. So thank you for that, Richard. And yeah, I mean, yeah, there was quite a lot of hair on screen. When you add it all together, you've got Steve's hair added to my hair. And yes, certainly Rory Gallagher, when he was playing live and he'd be in a venue and you could tell that he's, you know, sweating. It's obviously a very warm venue. And his hair certainly increased in volume. So there's a lot of that going on the t-shirt that I was wearing. That's what Richard is referencing when I was talking to Steve. I had a Rory Gallagher t-shirt on. But anyway, thank you for that, Richard. Right, let's try and keep things organized. And we have had some donations in this super chat window. So thank you guys for those. I am just going to scroll up to make sure that I don't miss any of these out. In fact, I know that I haven't got the donations up on screen that I usually find. This is one thing that I haven't had time to do yet. So I'm going to make sure that I grab these from the YouTube studio. But I can see that Orlando in the super chat window at least donated $2. So thank you for that, Orlando. And the message is, happy belated birthday to Wings of Pegasus Soldier, Vince Gotera. So I'm not even sure how to pronounce Vince's surname. Maybe, Vince, you can let me know. But I'm going to say Gotera. Hopefully that is correct. But I know that over in the USA, people have a very different accent to mine. So I very often say things in a very strange way to people's ears over in the USA. But in the UK, it sounds normal, whereas it doesn't in other countries. But anyway, thank you for that, Orlando. Let me just make sure that on the screen that I'm looking at, I can access those, or at least keep up to date with the donations that came through. And I'm just going to have a look at what is the date today. I think it's the 21st. And my watch has run out of battery, so what are the chances of that? Yes, it's the 22nd today, technically, because we are already into Wednesday, but it will be the 21st. So I'm going to make sure that I scroll down and grab these. So Orlando did donate $2 earlier on and said, let's get busy, spike the likes with a thumbs up. So thank you for that, Orlando. Let me just have a reach over for the Wings of Pegasus mug. We always give a spike of the likes when Orlando donates, but also a plug of the mug. So here it is. If you want to get your hands on any of the merchandise, then there might be a tray underneath this video, in which case you can click on that. Any item that will take you through to the spring.com store. And if you want to go to the store from a link, then there's a link in the description below if you haven't got the tray. So just look in the description. You'll be fine. If you want to head over to wingsofpegasus.com, then you'll be able to find the merch there as well. And that's Carla's merch that she does. And there's pics there. So check it out over there for like necklaces and, you know, earrings, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, thank you, Orlando, for that donation. And Orlando donated again, $2. And this is now, I believe, up to date. And the one that I just read out. So thank you again for that, Orlando. Jennifer then donated $5. Thank you for that, Jennifer. The message is there a story behind Don't Cry for me? Did you have any problem getting your sister to do the video? So thank you for that. I think I've already answered this question on the live streams before about Don't Cry. It's not about anybody specifically. It's just a general feeling about, you know, various people that might have moved on, which I think looking back, if they move on to another place and they look back, that's something that they will most likely be saying about not crying for them having moved on. But anyway, that was the general idea behind the song, but it wasn't about one person specifically. Thank you for that, Jennifer. And Stan has donated $5 as well. So thank you for that, Stan. And the message is hello to Phil and all the wingers. So hello, Stan. Everybody say hello to Stan in that live chat room. Let me scroll down. Orlando donated $2 again. So thank you for that, Orlando. The message is great t-shirt. Rest in peace, Stevie Ray Vaughan. So thank you for that, Orlando. And yes, we've got a bit of Stevie Ray action on the t-shirt tonight. And it is t-shirt weather here. I think on my phone it said that it's 25 degrees here in the UK still now. And I think it was probably around that temperature. And I'm talking about Celsius here. So that's quite warm. It's very warm here for the UK. So hence t-shirt weather, still quite warm tonight, even though it's already, 25 to 1 in the morning. So it's, for some reason, it was really warm last week, and then it went back to normal, about 16 degrees, something like that, maybe 14 degrees, and then at night time lower than that, maybe for a few days, and now we're back up to having this warm weather. So yeah, not sure what's going on, but maybe we're just getting ready for summertime, and maybe we will actually have a summer here in the UK, which sometimes it's hard to tell whether we're having a summer or not, because the weather is just so random, and usually random on the side of being a little bit cold and rainy. But anyway, thank you for that, Orlando. Lisa W is in the house and has donated $2, so thank you for that, Lisa. And the message is cool headphone holder. So yes, this is something that my sister gave to me, and I thought, why don't I have it in the background of the videos? Because it's, she knows, she got it for me. She knows about, my channel and everything that I do, and it is relevant for my sign off for the end of every single video and live stream that I do. So we do have some rock horns now that are, holding my headphones. So, thank you to my sister for that, but I thought it would be apt to have in the background. I think it looks quite cool as well. So, thank you, Lisa W, for that donation. Jennifer has donated $5 again. Thank you for that, Jennifer. The message is, Phil, would you co-write with someone else, kind of like Paul and John, who didn't always like each other's songs? So thank you for that. And yes, I would co-write with somebody else. I haven't got a problem with that. Myself and Griff, who you guys will know from the live stream, he was in that live chat room a while back. He was in my band when we were playing in and around London and writing songs. And yeah, we would bounce ideas off each other. So yeah, we've already kind of been through that process in very early, Panic Attack days as well, where Chris was our singer. And you'll know Chris from the live streams as well. He's been in that live chat room. But we would then kind of try and write as a band. And, people would come up with different ideas. And we'd just get in that rehearsal room and just bounce ideas off each other. So yeah, I have done that in the past, and yeah, I would co-write with other songwriters. At the moment, it's just having the time to do it. I just haven't got time to sit down and do anything other than what I'm doing on the channel at the moment. And that includes the video that I'm doing this week that I'm going to be releasing on Friday, because that's going to be one that's a little bit more detailed, because I have to get graphics up on screen, and I have to, get rid of particular parts of the screen that has information on there, because I'm showing myself logging in to an application, and I want to make sure that everything on the screen is just concise, so that everyone can follow what I'm doing, so that when you guys check out this application, you'll know exactly what to do. So yeah, there's a lot of editing that goes into it. It's not just me looking at a video and analyzing it. And even still, my analysis videos do take a long time, but I can generally get those done in about 8 to 12 hours. So it means that I can get those done during one day. Whereas when I'm starting to get into the graphics of showing things on screen and then synchronizing it with what I'm saying, that is something that takes, multiple days to get down. So that's what I'm working on at the moment, and hence why I was working on that 15 minutes before starting this live stream, and I'll jump back into that after this live stream as well. So yeah, really busy at the moment, and just haven't got the time, unfortunately, for any kind of collaboration or songwriting. But it's just something that I've got to keep on pushing forward with and keep up to date with. And this is why I think tomorrow and Thursday I'm going to be having 2 admin days back to back, because I didn't have one on Monday. Like yesterday, I didn't spend any time doing the emails and the stuff that I usually do, because I was recording that video, getting all of that footage together. So I will be having a Wednesday and a Thursday, and then we'll be back with that video on Friday. Obviously, with Raphael from Moises, I'm going to be talking to him tomorrow and getting him to look over the video that I have done, the edit that I've done, make sure that it's okay. And then Thursday, he'll be sticking together all of those subtitles. So we've still got a couple of days to go, a couple of days of relative hard work, but I'm hoping that I can get a little bit of that admin done as well, because it's important for me to keep up to date with everything. And then hopefully by Sunday we'll be back in the groove as we normally are with the videos on the channel. But anyway, thank you for that donation. Jennifer Orlando has donated $2 and said, I must have forgot, spike the likes, with lots of thumbs up. So thank you again. And Orlando didn't forget, you're fine. You got the very early donation in there where you said, let's get busy, spike the likes. So that's fine, Orlando. Don't worry about that. Francis has donated $2, and I think this was from a little while ago before I put up the likeometer. Francis says, did you put up the likeometer? So thank you for that, for just reminding me to do that, because I did forget. Right, let's take a breath and hope that everything is organized. I haven't even referenced yet the poll in the live chat room, and we're probably going to be bringing that to a close relatively soon. We have got You Know My Name and Just Got Lucky. I did say that I uploaded Just Got Lucky to the software literally at like midnight, so I was just waiting for it to upload. So that's why I wanted to have the option for that for you guys over on Patreon who requested Just Got Lucky and You Know My Name. At the moment, it looks like we are at 52% for You Know My Name. So keep your votes coming in, because it's quite close. There's only a 2% in it, if that, maybe 1 point something percent. Oh, interesting little fact about today. I got recognized in the public domain. So that's the first time that has happened. Yeah, somebody here in the UK and was subscribed to the channel, and yeah, they came up to me and said, do I know you from somewhere? And I said, I don't know, possibly. I don't. I said, I'm a musician, I have a YouTube channel, and I didn't get as far as saying that I had been on TV, about 10 years ago now. So I think people remembering me from that, it's going to take, they're going to have a great memory in order to, because it was only for like 2 days, 10 years ago. So yeah, I think I won't get recognized for that anymore. I did kind of around the time, maybe for a month or two, but yes, this is the first time that I've been recognized just out and about for the YouTube channel and the analysis videos that I do. And he said that, yes, he did say, I am subscribed to your YouTube channel. So I think he knew who I was, but maybe he couldn't place me because I did have a cap on. Generally during the day, if I am out and about, buying supplies, going to the supermarket or whatever, I'll have a cap on, and he still recognized me even though I had that cap on. So you can see that I had a ponytail out the back. That's the first time that has happened. I did get recognised in London, but that's when I went to the premiere that I was invited to, Fanny, the band, and that was because it was an event that I was invited to. by June Millington. I think because there were fans of the band there and they might have seen my analysis video, it's kind of tied in that I might get recognised at an event. But certainly in everyday life, first time that I've been recognised in the UK, which is great. Because it shows that the channel must be getting out there quite a lot for it to have that kind of level that somebody... Obviously, there's lots of people that have seen the channel in the UK, but they're always kind of dotted around in lots of different, counties and towns. And it goes for the USA as well. Lots of different states over in the USA and lots of different countries in Europe. So yeah, it's cool for that to happen. And it's great because I chatted to him about, he was into heavy metal, so yeah, he just let me know the bands that he was into, like Ozzy Osbourne, and we had a chat about Winger and kind of 80s bands, and he was more into the kind of heavier stuff, like a little bit of Iron Maiden, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's great to have a chat with him, and we actually spoke for quite a long time, which is probably just, it's going to be collateral damage talking to me about bands and things, especially considering that he'd watched the channel as well. So yeah, we spoke about a lot of band related things and going to watch bands live, because we've both been to see The Darkness, and he let me know some of the bands that he had been to see. So yeah, that was cool. Anyway, let's move on from that. I thought I'd just mention that because it was kind of a first for me just being out and about and getting recognised. So let's keep organised on this live stream. And I think we are up to date with everything, hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm just going to centralise the PayPal donations window a little bit more. Right, what I will do is end the poll because it is getting really close now. It looks like it's still just about... my name, but I'm going to end the poll and see if it remained at 51%, which is what it was when I just stopped it. So let's have a look, and I can see it going, I can see there have been 223 votes. So thank you everyone for voting for tonight's cover video. And it does look like my name has just nicked it with 51% of the vote. So that would have been 51 point something. So we will jump into this one, and this was a collaboration cover that I did with Kent Johnson. So Kent is a violinist, and you'll see him in this particular video. So we will jump into it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock!
If you take a life, do you know what you give?
there we have it. That was my version with Kent Johnson on violin there of You Know My Name. And I've said many times, probably my favourite Bond theme, Casino Royale, and a lot of that is to do with Chris's voice, and taking that on, yeah, it wasn't easy. So yeah, just you know, Chris Cornell's voice is so unique. It was so unique, and just when you heard him sing, and still when you hear songs that's got, you know, Chris's voice on there, you know instantly that it's him singing, and that's such a rare thing to find about a vocalist. And anyway, it was, you know, a joy to work with Kent on that particular cover, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So we are going to be having a pick roulette tonight as well, never fear, but we are 102 likes away from our pick roulette likes goal in the top right hand corner of your screens. So we've got quite a way to go. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, it'll be massively appreciated if you can do that. But I mean, recently the goals have been just crazy high. So we'll see where we end up by the end of the live stream. But we still have 101 now to go. So we're looking for 101 more people to come into the live chat room before the end of the live stream and hit that thumbs up. So we'll see what happens. Right, let's maybe move into the pick roulette. I don't think we have any new pictures, or if we do, I haven't uploaded them to the software because I was, yeah, so busy doing the editing before then jumping into this live stream and uploading the dock and track, or my cover of Just Got Lucky, into the software as well. So I was a little bit busy, so I haven't checked for any pictures, but hopefully there aren't any. I didn't notice any on Facebook, but if there are any new pictures, we will take a look at those on Saturday night, as always, because I am going to be streaming on Saturday night, and look out for the video on Friday night, because obviously that's the night before, but it's a few days away from tonight. So make sure you are subscribed and you hit that notification bell in order to get notified for that video on Friday, because it is a big one. I never do videos like that on the channel. It is just one of a kind, so make sure that you check it out. Right, let's get into the pick roulette for tonight, and we're 7 minutes to 1 here, so if we get into the pick roulette now, we might be a little bit more organized before the end of the live stream. But having said that, I know that I haven't set up the window for the Riff of the week, so maybe, because if we have more time, I might be able to do that live while talking and hopefully clicking on things and the right things. That always helps on the screen. So let's jump into the pick roulette for tonight. I haven't picked a top tip yet. Maybe I'll quickly throw that out into the live chat room. If anyone wants to be the top tip, just let me know, because it means that I don't then have to curse somebody with my luck of my 0% winning streak that I'm on, picking the top tip, which is actually the opposite of a top tip when I'm picking them, because they never win. So I'm just looking in that live chat room for a name. If I don't get a name of anyone that wants to sacrifice themselves for the pick roulette, then I'm just going to pick somebody from the wheel and maybe give it another 5 seconds. There might be a little bit of a delay. And Maria says pick me, and Maria just got in there before Jennifer. So Maria, I'm going to write your name down, so we can now jump into the pick roulette for tonight. Good luck, everybody. Maybe this is the first time that we're going to have the top tip. Who's going to win? We will see, but I'll catch you guys in a second. Rock. So let's see if the pick roulette wheel appears on screen, which it has done. That's always a bonus. And I'm going to have a quick look on the wheel, but it's always very difficult to pick out one name because there are so many of them. I can't see Maria's name on there anywhere, but she is the top tip for tonight. So we are going to give the wheel a spin. I'm still having a little look, but I'm going to give up. We'll give the pick roulette wheel a spin, and we'll see who is going to win. I always say with the live streams that if you want to double your chances of winning the pick roulette during the live streams, then make sure you tune into both of them, because we live stream on a Tuesday and a Saturday. So we are starting to slow down already, and is this going to be close to a t-shirt? The darker segments, by the way, this is a t-shirt if we land on it, but it looks like we've just gone past it. So it is Michael. It just went into Michael's segment. So congratulations to you, Michael. You are the winner for tonight, and you have won yourself a signed Wings of Pegasus pick. So if you could let yourself be known to Carla in the live chat room, that would be great, so that she can organize everything with you in order to get that signed Wings of Pegasus pick sent off to you. And commiserations to everybody, including Maria tonight, who was the top tip, but unfortunately didn't go away with it again. I maintain my 0% winning record of the top tip winning, and commiserations to everybody else, but get involved on a Saturday and a Tuesday to double your chances of winning. So let me get everything back to normal on the screen, and I just grabbed the Wings of Pegasus pick because this will be on its way to you, Michael. So you have to be in it to win it. That's another thing about the pick roulette, that if you're not in the live chat room when your name pops up on the wheel, it means that Carla can't get in contact with you, and you have to be in that live chat room when we do the pick roulette in order to win it and to let yourself be known to Carla. So the reason for that is because, as I'm sure you guys can imagine, if we have a pick roulette on a Tuesday and the person wins but they're not there, and then on a Saturday and the person wins and they're not there, it means now we've got two people that we're trying to chase up on, and then the next Tuesday somebody will win and they might not be there, or they might be there, but you're still trying to chase up the other two, and it's going to get very, very messy with emails and trying to chase things up. So it's just easier to say that you have got to be in the live chat room when you win. You have to be in it to win it. But congratulations to Michael, and I'm just having a little look into the live chat room to see if I can see Michael's name anywhere. And there it is, right at the bottom of the screen, and Michael says, "I hear, but what do I do not?" So Michael basically is saying, I'm here, but what do I do now? So Michael, if you can just tag Carla Murray in a comment. So it means type the @ symbol and then Carla Murray, which is MURRAY, and just let her know that you're in that chat room. I think she would have seen you anyway, but let yourself be known to Carla, and then she can organize everything with you in order to get your details and get that signed Wings of Pegasus pick sent off to you. So Michael is in the house, he is in it, and he has won it. So that is great. Right, what I'm going to do now is announce that the entries for potentially the pick roulette next week are now open, but in order for that to happen, we need 85 likes before the end of the live stream, which is going to be happening in about 15 minutes time. So I mean, somebody who's a lot better at maths can work out how many likes we need per minute in order to get there. But if you haven't hit that thumbs up, it would be massively appreciated if you could do that to have a pick roulette next week. But this is probably the furthest away that we've been at this point to the end of the live stream, but furthest away from the likes goal. It is a huge likes goal. I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks, that, you know, being at the top end of 300, you know, in the 370s, 380s, even I think we did a 390 on Saturday. So just insane numbers. And, you know, maybe we'll make it. I think we've now got 80 to go. So thank you to those of you who have just done a little spike of the likes there. But yeah, it means that we've got a little bit of a way to go. 79 now. We will see. Anyway, if you want to enter in, if we do hit that peak roulette likes goal, I'm going to just type an example of what you need to type. And it's at Carla. And again, I can't type. And Carla, I'm not sure whether you have to do a capital letter for Carla's name, but I'll do that just in case. Carla Murray, and then type I agree, maybe with an exclamation mark. It's not compulsory, but there it is. You'll see my comment going through that live chat room, and you just have to copy what I've done, or just copy what lots of other people are doing as well. Just make sure that you tag Carla in your comment and then type I agree. So let me just quickly jump into the super chat window, because there was a donation from Stardust Unicorn, support band to Wings of Pegasus, and they have donated $7.99. So thank you for that. And it looks like that is a straight up donation without a message. So thank you for that donation. And just jumping into PayPal, because one more has just come through over there. And it is Maria, who has donated £1.56, the top tip for tonight's pick roulette, who I cursed, unfortunately, but commiserations to you, Maria. But thank you for this donation. And the message is, thank you, Phil, for having this great place for us all to meet. Spike those likes, everyone. So thank you for that, Maria. Great idea. If you can hit that thumbs up, that would be massively appreciated. We're going to have to try and just rally everybody in that live chat room to hit that thumbs up. But what we will do is, we might have time for a Phil tune and a riff of the week, which I think we've only ever done once before, but it's because we have been able to keep relatively organised tonight, which is great, but we will jump into a Phil tune. To begin with, I'll have a little look and see if anyone specifically was requested over on Patreon, and let me have a look. We just have a Phil tune. Francis says anyone. Diane says anyone. Phil tune as well. Okay, right. We're just going to go for a random one. First one that I see is The Bassist. So we haven't seen that one in a while, actually. So we'll click on this, one of my real life stories, a story from my life that was real, as unbelievable as they are. This all happened. So we'll jump into this Bassist audition, and I'll see you guys in a second. And spike those likes. Rock!
Okay, well, thanks for coming down to the audition today. Do you mind if we slag you off behind your back while we discuss your audition?
That's okay, I'll randomly walk in this direction.
What the actual heck was that? Okay, let's start with the negative points.
Well, his image is laughable and totally unsuitable. He can't keep time. His bass looks like he found it in a skip. And he was late.
Unbelievably, even though he was absolute total guff. He is the best we've seen, and we've been auditioning for a year. So what the ruddy frig shall we do?
As much as it pains me to say it, I think we'll have to give him the gig, bite the bullet and get on with it.
This is total guff shine.
Hello again. Before you tell me your decision, I thought I would say, I want this more than anything in the world. I'll do whatever it takes.
Well, I can't believe I'm saying this, but you've got the gig. You are now our new bassist.
Holy heck guys, thanks a lot. This means the world to me, you will not regret it.
Well, straight to business. We have a rehearsal on Wednesday night 7 until 10 before the gig on Saturday.
Can't do Wednesday?
Why not?
Me and the missus usually go to the corner shop that evening.
Okay, no problem. We'll just move the rehearsal to Thursday.
Can't do Thursday?
Is there any day at any time before Saturday that you can do?
No.
Hang on, is the gig this Saturday?
Yes, it is this Saturday, as I have been telling you for the last 3 weeks.
I can't do it. I'm working this Saturday, and I definitely can't get out of it, for sure.
Are you actually having a joke with me? As you have just realized it is this Saturday, I know for a fact you have not called in to see if someone will cover your shift.
I didn't think of it like that, but now you say it, it makes sense.
Well, considering it is a great venue and fantastic opportunity for us as a band. Do you want to call your work just in case?
Well, I suppose I could, actually, thinking about it.
Well, Ruddy Guffing, do it then, you freaking bum guff.
Hello, it's me. I doubt anyone will, and don't worry if you can't. But will you or anyone else cover my shift on Saturday?
So, what did they say?
They said they didn't want to cover my shift. It sounded like they were slagging me off and laughing in the background. So it's a dead end.
Well, at least you got across the importance of getting Saturday night off.
Now the problem is, I can't fake illness because they know I want Saturday night off. Ruddy, hell.
I seriously cannot believe your incompetence. Okay, give me your phone. Hello, I'm calling on behalf of my guffing idiot of a friend. Yes, that's him. He has an important night on Saturday. Can he swap his shift? That's great, thanks for doing that. I'm actually amazed at how easy that was to organize. Many thanks. There you are. You now have Saturday off, so you can now do the gig. How you could not organize that is beyond me. Unbelievable.
Just thinking about it, actually, I can't do Saturday.
What? There. Actual. Frig. Please excuse me. I just have to go outside quickly and shout something.
And there we have it, another real life story, and I think everybody who's been in a band can relate to that, especially if you're really wanting to push forward and just your bandmates are never available to do anything. And I mean, that's pretty much the whole reason why I am here at the moment, because I decided just to do everything myself and just work at my own pace, rather than, I think when we were setting up, or when we were playing as a band live and we were kind of setting things up and thinking about maybe doing a cover video or video of one of our songs, I think we did maybe one video every 8 months, something like that. So that kind of speed just wasn't doing it for me, because you know, if I want to do a video and it's going to take, you know, 8 to 12 hours, well, I think, well, I might be able to do that in a day if I, you know, really knuckle down, and then we can release it tomorrow. So that's kind of how my brain works. And I think it's so much better to just push forward, do your own thing, and then, you know, the buck stops with you. If what you're producing isn't very good, then you can just analyze what you're doing and try to objectively look at yourself. And this is something that I do suggest about people that, you know, might be learning to sing, might be learning to play the guitar, you might be writing songs. Just be self-aware of what you're doing so that you can record yourself, play it back, and have a listen to how it sounds, and then think, right, where am I with my voice? What do I need to improve on? And all those kinds of things. And yeah, then, I mean, the great thing is that there aren't any excuses, so it's just all down to you. So, I mean, I kind of prefer it like that. I don't like to, you know, be blaming other people that, oh, the reason there are so many people, I'm sure, that later in life say, the reason that I didn't get to where I wanted to get to was because of this person or that other person. And I think there's nothing worse than maybe later on in life having opportunities that you could have taken or things you could have achieved that you weren't allowed to do because other people were holding you back. So that's very much why, you know, I am doing the things that I'm doing here, because for me it's just, I think, the best way of working and the sanest way for me to work, so that I can just keep on going and not have to worry about being held back by anyone, because that's something that would probably make me insane, and probably did for many years, being held back by people when I just wanted to push forward and do things all the time. So anyway, a huge part of me being able to do things all the time is your support. So thank you guys so much for all of your support during these live streams, just generally on the channel, watching the videos, hitting the thumbs up, and especially you guys over on Patreon, the names at the bottom of the screen, who just allow me to keep on pushing forward without having to wait for your upgrading things and buying more hard drives and all that kind of stuff that I mentioned during the live streams. Anyway, if you guys do want to get involved, let me give a plug of the Patreon site, patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus. That's where I keep you guys in the loop, and I update on there daily and check my messages every day as well. So you have a direct link to me over there. If you want to send me a message about anything, then that is the place to do it. So let me remove that. If you want to get my music and maybe download a track or my album, then head to wingsofpegasus.com/music if you want to go straight to the music page, but that's where you can grab that. My album called Persistence is also on iTunes and Amazon, but it's better for me if you go to my website, because then it means that I don't have to give away a percentage. Right, let's move that off the screen, and it looks like we might be destined to not get the likes goal for tonight, because we are at 339. So that means we're looking for another 46 likes before the end of the live stream, and we can see that it's 11 minutes past 1 in the morning here in the UK. And unfortunately, this is one of those nights where I've got to get back to the video that I'm making for Friday. And that is going to be the Moises app video. It's going to take me a lot longer to edit that all together because it's a little bit more fancy. So make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so that you get notified for that video on Friday. Because, yeah, that's going to be a special one. Right. Let me see if I can organise a riff of the week to have a listen to for tonight. And I can see Orlando saying 47 more likes. Come on, spike the likes with the thumbs up. So great idea there, Orlando. A final rally of the troops, of the wingers, to maybe hit that thumbs up. If you haven't done that, it would be massively appreciated. If you are watching this in the future on catch up and we haven't hit the total, then we're looking at you guys to hit the thumbs up to get us to our likes goal. Unfortunately, we have to do it live to then have a pick roulette, but even just hitting the goal is great. I mean, even after the fact with the catch-up crew. So we'll keep an eye on those likes after we've gone live and see the catch-up crew getting involved. Right, let me just see if I can organise this riff of the week. So the first thing that I need is a number, and I can see that some people have already jumped the gun there. Dwayne says 71, Francis says 46, and we might get more numbers coming through. So anybody who wants to type a number between 1 and 100, you can do that. It'll be much appreciated. And we'll have a listen to one of the 100 riffs that I have played on the channel, and we'll try and see who is going to guess it correctly first. And there's no prize on offer for the riff of the week. It's just to have guessed it first. You just get the bragging rights in the live chat room. Right, let me have a look. We're getting now an influx of numbers, so let's have a look. We've got DCMC says 8. Stardust Unicorn says 48. Just looking down, Lisa W says 83. Kevin 86. Maria 22. Maybe because Maria was the top tip in the pick roulette and she didn't win, maybe we should go for number 22. And I mean, we're getting a lot of 21s, which is suspicious because I think maybe some people are going and watching the riffs of the week outside of live stream time and might know what they are. So I'm going to go for 22 because that was a little bit more random and that was Maria's suggestion. So I'm going to type in riff of the week 22 and there it is. I'm going to have to set up the capture live while this video is about to play. So let me see if I can actually pause it or not. It seems like it's loading, and let me stop it just in a nick of time. I almost started playing the riff there, so we would have got a bit of a preview illegally, and thank goodness there was a little run from 12th fret of the high E string down to an open E. so that you don't know what the riff is yet, let me get this on screen. Hopefully it's going to appear under here, which it has. Let's have a listen to this, and as always, the first person to guess this wins, but it's the first person in the live chat room on the screen that you are watching, because depending on your connection and where you are in the world, the orders change on people's screens. So it is on the screen that I have. So in the live chat room down there. So that's what we're going to be looking at. Anyway, let's have a listen to this riff of the week and see, first of all, if we even know what it is, and then second of all, who gets it first. Let's get into it. And we've had this one recently, so you can guess that one if you want to, but let's go with Jennifer says number 16, and I know that Laura has sent me the Word file, or a document that has the ones that we've done so far, but again, I've just been really underprepared for this live stream because I was doing the editing, so it meant that we've listened to one that we've heard before. But what did I just say? I'm just going to have a random scroll up to Jesse says 95, so we're going to have a little listen to 95. Again, we might have heard it recently. Of the week 95. And oh, actually the results, that's amazing. I just typed that in to YouTube and it came up with my riff of the week 95, which is great because that was actually going out into the world trying to find any riff that's been played. So obviously that's good. It's had 2,870 views. That's quite a lot of views just for a riff. Anyway, let's have a listen, and again, hopefully this isn't one that we heard recently. And there we have it. We haven't had this one recently, and I'm going to be looking into that chat room because this is, I would say, a very easy one. It is a green rated one, which means, yeah, it's very straightforward. I think everybody will know what this is, and certainly, a band whose shirt I wear quite regularly, even on the live stream sometimes, but on the analysis videos. Here we go. Right, I think I'm having a little look here. I think Kevin is going to be the first one going through who says Hammer Will Fall. But, I'm going to be strict here. Jen, oh, hang on. Let me go up because you've got to get it exactly right. We have to get the title of the song exactly right. So, the title of the song is Hammer to Fall, not Hammer Will Fall. So there was Kevin. Let me just do it in slow motion. And Hammer to Fall, Queen, Rad Flying V was the first one to get it. So congratulations to you. And I can see lots of people then going through. And Neil says Queen, the Hammer Will Fall. But Hammer to Fall is the name of the song. Interesting that some people are putting will rather than to. So it must be something that maybe it's an expression that hammer will fall and hammer to fall. Maybe they're both the same expression that are different in different countries. I do not know. But yes, Hammer to Fall. Waiting for the Hammer to Fall. The song by Queen, of course. And, I'm a huge fan of Queen. Brian May's guitar playing is certainly something that I listened to a lot when I was learning to play and just studying his vibrato. But anyway, congratulations to Rad Flying V, who's the winner, and commiserations to Kevin, who almost got it, was within one word but didn't quite make it. So that is it. Let me actually get that off the screen so you guys can see me. So we have had a real life stories and a riff of the week. I'm trying to remember actually what we've done in this live stream because it passes so quickly. I just lose track of everything. But we are, I think, up to date with everything. Actually, Orlando's donated $2 in that super chat window, so thank you for that. And the message is, no joke, is it that hard to get your band together? So yes, it is, absolutely. When there are 4 members of the band, getting everybody to turn up on time at the same place, even for a few hours, yeah, is nigh on impossible. So it is very frustrating, and every person who's in the band will be able to relate to that. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm just having a little look into that live chat room because Laurie says photograph. So that was the first riff. Yeah, that was the Def Leppard photograph, which we had recently as well. So we are going to be calling things to a close. Hammer to Fall was the official ref of the week for tonight's live stream. We're going to be, yes, doing a live stream on Saturday night, but the next video is going to be on Friday night, and that's going to be a big one. So make sure you are subscribed, hitting that notification bell, and you will get notified for that video. It's probably going to be about 25 to 30 minutes in length. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight and for hitting that thumbs up. Big shout out to the moderators for doing such a fantastic job, but also to the catch-up crew, because we're looking in your direction to hit those thumbs up to get us up to 385. It is a huge target, and it's always a little bit more difficult on the Tuesday night. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight, and just for interacting on the channel in general, and just commenting, sharing your stories, building the community, and getting involved over on the Wings of Pegasus supporters page over on Facebook, which you can join in with. If you're not over on that page yet and you use Facebook, then just click join and you'll be allowed in there to join all of these lovely people who get together in between the live streams, but also in the the after party that Vince hosts over on Facebook, which I have already mentioned, but I mentioned it again. And a big happy birthday to Vince as well. I hope you have and had a great day, or have a good day, depending on whether it is this day or whether it might have been yesterday. But here in the UK, we are Wednesday, so it's always a little bit different for wherever you are in the world. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm going to see you. I'm going back to work now on this video, and I'm going to organize it all with Raphael before Friday. So it's going to be busy, but I'll keep you guys in the loop over on patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus. So head over there if you want to stay in the loop. But if I don't see you over on Patreon, I will see you on Friday night. And if you can join me again live on Saturday night, then I'll see you then. But have a fantastic rest of the week. Stay safe, stay as sane as possible, and I will catch you guys at the next one. Rock!